In this question, we are asked to factorize fully. Step number 1 is to check if we have the highest common factor. And we can see that the highest common factor of 2x squared and 18 is 2. So we can take it out. Then now we say 2x squared divided by 2. This 2 will cancel that. So we're left with x squared. Write x squared there. Then we come back again, we say 18 divided by 2. That gives us, actually is negative 18 divided by 2. We can see that that will just give us nothing but minus 9. Okay, and then you might be tempted to say you're done, but you need to recognize that we have difference of 2 squares. So the 2 will remain outside, and then this bracket will convert into 2 more brackets. X squared will break into x, and then minus 9 will break into positive 3 and negative 3, because 9 is 3 times 3. All right, and that is fully factorized. Now let's come and do the next one. We have 1.0.14.4. And in this question, we are asked to factorize 4p squared minus 12p plus 9. Right, ladies and gents. So in this case, you must check, guys. If you check the first term, it's a perfect square, right? And the last term, it's a perfect square. So we have a perfect square trinomial. But I'm not going to solve it using the perfect square trinomial. I want to show you the traditional method of solving this. So as long as this number is not 1, we use what we call the AC method. So on the side, here on the side, actually let me just move this a bit, sorry, ladies and gents, just need to move this, right? We can bring it here, sharp. Then on the side, we use AC method, no? AC method, we use it if this number is not 1. I'll show you how to do it. But first check, do we have a highest common factor here? No. Don't forget, guys, the most important type of factorization is to check if you have a highest common factor or not. Now let's come here. You take the first term, which is 4p squared. You multiply with the last term, which is 9. Okay? So the reason we call it AC is because you take your A, you multiply with C. Okay? So what is 4p squared times 9? That will give us 36p squared. Okay? Now you're going to look for 2 numbers that when you multiply, will give you this, and when you add, they must give you the middle term. So you're looking for 2 numbers, or the factors of this number, that will give you minus 12p. Ne? Must give you minus 12p. And I'm sure we can see that that will be 6p and 6p, both of them being negative. Those are the factors. If you add minus 6p and minus 6p, you get minus 12p. When you multiply them, you still get that. Now you're going to come back here and rewrite this. You have 4p squared, and then you replace the middle term with those factors. It's minus 6p minus 6p. Please note that this is still this. It's just that we wrote it in another form. This part is there. Then we need to add plus 9. So you can agree with me that we haven't changed the meaning, ladies and gents. Okay, good. So now let's group them. The first two terms goes together, so 4p squared minus 6p. And then this minus sign will be here. And then you have 6p. But here you might be tempted to say plus 9, but it's going to be wrong. Let me show you why. Negative times positive won't give you the positive. It will give you the negative. So you must be careful with the inside sign. So it must be minus 9. So that when you say negative and negative, you'll still get that positive there. Right. Perfect. Now let's go on. In the first bracket, there's a highest common factor of 2p. Because between 4 and 6, the highest common factor is 2. Between p squared and p, the highest common factor is p. And we are just left with 2p minus 3. Then we have a minus there. Now if you check on the second bracket, there's a highest common factor of 3 between 6 and 9. And then you're just going to be left with 2p minus 3. Okay? Perfect. And then now we have a common bracket. Ne? We have a common bracket. So we're going to have 2p minus 3, which is our common bracket. And if we were to take it out as a common factor, we're left with another 2p minus 3. 2p minus 3. Perfect. I'm sure we see it, ladies and gents. Sharp. So now this is 2p minus 3 squared. Because this bracket and that are the same, we can just represent it with a square. Ne? But this is a method that works always. Ne? It works always. But as a mathematician, there must be patterns that you should be looking for. If I have 4p squared minus 12p plus 9, I see a trinomial with which does not have a highest common factor. But I realize that this is a perfect square. And also that is a perfect square. So this is going to be a perfect square trinomial, ladies and gentlemen. And this is how you're going to factorize it. The 4p squared breaks into 2p and 2p because 4 breaks into 2 times 2 and p squared breaks into p times p. Then 9 at the end breaks into 3 and 3. And you always take the sign of the middle term. You always take the sign of the middle term. So the middle term is a minus. So you have a minus and a minus, which is 2p minus 3 squared. This works only and only if it's a perfect square trinomial. You're going to have a perfect square here and a perfect square there. Then you can use a perfect square trinomial method. You see, we end up with the exact same answer. I hope this was helpful, ladies and gentlemen. If it was helpful, please don't forget to share with family and friends and to subscribe. Thank you.